ahead and give you directions for homework tonight. So you're going to start off on our Canvas ELA page. You're going to scroll down, and instead of clicking homework, because you clicked homework to get here, in order to actually complete the assignment, because we're using our digital notebook, you need to go ahead and click on reading material. When you click on reading material, your personal narrative digital notebook will pop back up. Now, it should already be submitted because you submitted it this afternoon, or this morning, I apologize. So what you need to do first is click here and then click unsubmit. That will allow you to edit this notebook again. Now for homework, you need to make sure that page 4, which is where I am right now, it's titled Planning Lesson Number 2, is completed in its entirety, meaning that in the blue box, I have one person per blue box, one place per blue box, one place per blue box, and one thing per blue box. Now, I also need to make sure I have at least one moment per person, place, and thing. So each box should be filled in with at least one possible moment that I can zoom in or write about. Now, in order to create text box, remember we have to go below the picture here. So we have to click in the white space. We'll make it larger, and we are just going to bring it up and place it here and go ahead and write what the next moment would be. Now, if you mess up or you need to erase, so maybe I've typed in my thought and I decide, oh, I want to erase that. All you do is hover and then click the red X. Do not use the eraser because some of us are accidentally erasing the wrong things. So just go ahead and hit the X and then type it over. All right, so once this is filled in completely, you're going to move to page 5. Now, you should have completed this first moment by zooming in like we discussed in class, and which I'll review in just a minute. So you should at least have one done. If you don't, you need to complete it. But this should have been finished in class. So for homework, you need to create a second moment. So you'll look at page 4, you'll choose one more moment. I have May getting off the bus because I had 2 moments for her. I'll come down here and I'll add that by coming below the picture, clicking to create a text box, and then dragging it up, writing my moment, and then making the same a different text box to go ahead and write here. Remember, you need to write about 4 to 5 sentences for each moment. Now, just to review what I mean by zoom in on that moment. Now, go this way. To zoom in on that moment, we want to, I lost it. To zoom into that moment, we want to make sure that we are giving as many details as possible. Remember, we don't have to start at the very beginning. We want to start at the most important part. So we want to give as many details as possible. So we want to talk about things I was thinking, feeling, and so on. And I want to make sure it's a moment and not a summary. So a moment is something I could place my finger on. It's a very short period of time. A summary would be like in that second example where we learned about the author's niece from the beginning of her life to the end of, well, not the end of her life, but to the present time. So we know that that's a summary because that's a large period of time that we're talking about. So it wants to be a moment, a very small scene from your life that we're going to zoom in and give a lot of details about. And it doesn't have to be perfect, so I don't want you to worry too much about spelling. This is a pre-write. This is for you. Our goal is that we're going to take this, we're going to make a timeline, and then we're going to go ahead and start perfecting it and stretching it out. So you need to have 2 moments completed. Once pages 4 and 5 are done in their entirety, you're going to come up here and click submit, and then you will click submit right here. You want to let it save, and it'll let you know that it's completed. And that is your homework for today. We do have office hours from 3:30 to 4:30. So if you have any questions, feel free to come in and ask them then. We will be using these zoomed in moments tomorrow to choose the best one and to create a timeline. So this is really important that you get it done tonight. So I hope that was helpful, and I'm looking forward to reading everyone's moments. Have a good rest of your day.